Ooh, happy Thursday. We are live for today's not only amazing training, but possibly even more importantly, announcing the winner of the first ever InFLOWential CEO Award. And I am so excited to share who that is today. So give me just a second to get all my tech pulled up really quickly. All the good stuff here. Okay. Oh, so for those of you who are joining us, where are you joining from today? Where are you joining from? Oh, today's such a great one. Such a great one. Okay. Hello. How's it going? Okay. Whew. I don't know what I'm more excited about. Like I said, I don't know if I'm more excited about the winner or just today's juicy content, right? Hey, Dawn, how's it going? Oh, where are you joining from today? Oh, this is so good. And I've got crazy people outside my house. So today, like I said, we are talking all things about unleashing you from you. Hey, Sabrina, so good to see you. So, and you're up in Oakland today. So fun. And I'll announce the winner at the end. Actually, let me make a note just because I can get so into my zone that let me just make sure. All right, announce winner. It was close running too. Like all the people nominated for the InFLOWential CEO Award absolutely were worthy and deserving, and everybody got a bunch of votes. But there were two people who like were clearly killing it. They got a ton of votes, and it just kept scooting. So I didn't know, who was going to end up winning until I tallied up the votes right before coming live. So I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So Patrick, so good to see you. Yep, Jersey, awesome. Okay, well, like I said, today we are going to be talking all things unleashing you from you, which is really, I lovingly say, we are taking off the mask with ourselves. Yeah, because ultimately that is that final step to really self-actualizing and allowing the ease, the flow, the effortless success, the impact, the influence, the pleasure, purpose, power, and prosperity you desire in the world. It's 100% an inner game. Like I always say, right? We can't strategize out of sabotage. No one's getting in the way of the amazing alpha people that all of you are, right? We're called to be leaders. We've got that beautiful alpha energy. No one can get in our way. Just us. And it's not even us. So really today's about letting go of the ownership and the responsibility that says it's our identity is the problem. Like you are not the problem. It's all the other stuff. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's not you, because the core of who you are, the truth of who you are absolutely amazing. It's just all the other stuff. It's the BS stories. It's the life experiences. It's the traumas. It's the shit we've been through. That's the stuff that gets in the way. We just need to shift how we handle that, right? Because it's never about eliminating sabotage. We're just shortening the sabotage cycle. Even when I say getting to the place of being sabotage-proof doesn't mean that we're not experiencing sabotage, but you can still be sabotage-proof. So yay. Oh, Sarah, so good to see you. Nikki, York, PA, Redmond, Oregon. So awesome. All right. So before we get into that, of course, I'm Stacey Rasky, and I'm best-selling author, podcast host, speaker, Iraq War veteran, badass biker chick, and most importantly, leadership mentor and authenticity alchemist, the broker of badass, who really loves helping alpha leaders shift from intimidating to influential, right? This is about you're here to do big, amazing things. You're visionary, revolutionary. It's time to shatter the invisible ceiling and elevate your influence and your legacy of impact with ease, and really enjoy the ride along the way. So for those of you who are catching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you are here in my Facebook community, hop over to YouTube, like and subscribe to my channel. That's where the video podcast happens every week. So those are really fun to watch. It's not just awesome to listen to, but watching the videos and actually getting to see the people who are dropping so much value and truth bombs is amazing. So I will share the link to my YouTube channel in the comments a little bit later today. All right. So like I said, we're taking off the mask. Taking off the mask that you wear with yourself. We're going to talk about breaking down those walls and really unleashing that amazing, influential, powerful you who's called to do big, amazing things in the world. But like I said, we hit that ceiling, that invisible ceiling on our purpose, our power, our pleasure, and prosperity. And it just feels sometimes where we're like, man, I am maxed out. That something major would have to shift to allow more in your world, right? Something would have to shift to have more time, more energy. That's a big one where we feel maxed out and hit that invisible ceiling. More money, clients, pleasure, love, connection. There's an invisible ceiling, health and vitality even. There's an invisible ceiling we often hit, right? We hit the plateaus with our weight, with our income, and definitely with our time and energy. And all of that is an inside job. It's 100% inside job. We can change the planner all day long, but if we don't change our relationship with time, nothing's going to shift, right? It's as simple as that. We can be on every diet under the sun, but if we don't change who we're being and our relationship to our body and our relationship to food, we're just going to keep yo-yoing all over the place. And we do the same thing. And remember, how we do one thing is how we do everything. And it's so, so true. So why do you still have this invisible ceiling despite all the work you've already done? I would love for you to share in the comments. This is where we get real, we get transparent. What's all the work you've done already, right? So I'll start. I've worked with sales experts, sales coaches. I've worked with business coaches. I have worked with strategists. I have worked with marketing people. I've worked with mindset people. I've worked with energy workers, spiritual advisors, a variety of different gurus on all ends of the spectrum. I've worked with body workers. I've done all kinds of different stuff. And yet, things were still falling short. I remember there was that big realization that was like, I'm doing all the things I should be doing, right? Doing all the work, making all the investments, even doing big investments, and I'm showing up, doing the trainings, doing the work, doing the calls. Why am I still falling short of my goals? So I'd love to know, what have you invested in? I've got this stupid fruit fly in my office. It's like, hi, all up in my face. Today, seriously, real life. But what are those investments? Share in the comments. Who have you worked with? Is it, sales? Is it business? Is it strategy? Is it marketing? I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. I would love to know from you. Even therapists, right? Working with therapists to do, help work through some of these things. Different healers. Oh my God, seriously. Why is this bug all up in my face? I'm just going to say it's trying to give me kisses. What is happening right now? All right, I'm going to do my best. So now it's going to turn into a drinking game. Every time Stacey swats at the fly, take a shot. Oh, it's definitely Thursday. So, hey, Julie, so good to see you. Okay, so now that the fly is not distracting me. So in spite of all of that work, Dawn's laughing. It's so funny. So despite all of that work that you've done, right? There's still that invisible ceiling. You're still hitting that plateau. So the reason is even though each of those things you've been doing independently is working, right? So you worked with the business strategist, for example, and like the strategy, the plan is on point. All the pieces are there. That's working well. So you've done some of the body work over here. So, working on the connection to body, that relationship, all of that stuff's happening. That's great. So some, maybe boundaries, some of these relationship things, that's working here. Awesome. But it's all compartmentalized, right? All these individual pieces, you worked on these individual pieces separately, right? So it was compartmentalized work. And now it's also compartmentalized success. So everything's been separated. And so now it's getting to the place where in order to shatter that invisible ceiling, everything has to be integrated together. Ooh, let's see here. Oh, Sabrina, business coaches, bodywork, therapists, marketing coaches, health coaches, and so much more. Oh, strategy coaches and mindset course. Thank you, Patrick. Sarah, all of the above, healers, therapists, multiple coaches, all have helped me where I was at the time. Yeah, personal trainers. Yep. Health coach and realtor who leads a team trying to divide my time and energy while still being on all the time. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So it is. We end up functioning in a way that's compartmentalized. So have you ever felt like, so Dawn has a perfect example. So we've got health coach. So we've got our health coach mask on, right? Like we're playing that role. Like we've got to step into that identity during that time and then pivot over here to realtor with a team. Now I've got to be this type of leader over here, right? I've got to be in real estate mode. And it's different stuff. So it's like this big 180. It's a big pivot. And now I got to put on that hat or that mask to be in that place, right? So we end up doing a lot of these things very compartmentalized in our businesses, even out of our businesses, right? Oh, now I'm home. Now I got to put on the wife hat, the husband hat, the mom or dad, we've got to do all those things. And everything ends up being very separate. And the reason that happens is those internal walls that we still have. The invisible ceiling is not the fact that we're compartmentalized. It's the fact that everything that we desire is inside on the other side of that wall, which means we've got to be willing to break down that wall, integrate all of this stuff, bring it all together, integrate all of it, and then allow the fully embodied, whole version of ourselves to show up and lead in all ways. And I'm not saying like being on all the time, but it's bringing all of you. So it's not about putting on the mask or the role or the hat. It's you are just showing up when you're working. And then when you're with your family, you're just showing up fully present. And it's actually about doing less, not more. That's how you simplify. Okay. It's how you simplify. Is actually by bringing all of you instead of having it all compartmentalized, because a lot of it ends up working against each other, which is why we end up so drained and so frustrated. It creates so much more ease. Nikki, yeah, business coaches, mindset courses, more. Don, yeah, my relationship with my husband suffers. Exactly, because it becomes all or nothing throughout the day. Then we give so much of ourselves to the business, right? And then success becomes either or. So now at home, our relationship with our significant other suffers. Our relationship with ourself or our health can suffer, because who doesn't cancel on themselves, right? Yep. Give me some love if you're like, oh, sister, I have done that. I've canceled on myself, where we just deprioritize our self-care and our needs. And all of these are those signs and symptoms of the deep internal walls. That is the problem, not you. The mask you wear is the wall. The wall, most of the time, the easiest symptom of the wall is control. whatever control issue is flaring up in the moment. It's the perfection, the procrastination, the dishonesty, the judgment, expectations, and attachments. All the control issues. And when we're not fully integrated, then we see the symptoms. It's the empty in our cup. Our cup is not able to be full when we are still rejecting parts of who we are. The compartmentalized success is a reflection of a compartmentalized identity. It says, well, I'm not fully in love with some of my darker attributes, maybe my inner rebel, because it doesn't align with the mask that I wear to play the good girl or the good boy that I've learned to be, right? Fitting into not being rejected or needing that external validation. And we don't even realize it. But we are playing those roles, the masks we wear. So, well, I'm just going to keep the fun side of me over here, right? Like anybody who's got an alter ego for when you go out and have a good time. I know my alter ego's name is Miss Stasia. So there you go. Right? But it's funny because I don't have to be in the energy of that anymore because I've integrated so much of that into who I am every day now. So I don't have to be like, oh, I'm unleashing my alter ego. No, that's just me all the time. Wild and crazy fun, all that. But right, like it's some of that integration. And when we have those internal walls, right, that compartmentalization internally, we're not able to fully give ourselves permission to be, do, and have it all because we're still rejecting some part of our truth, some part of our identity. And that comes from those deep inner worthiness wounds, right? That sense of enoughness, or as most of us struggle with, not enough. And nothing fills the enoughness than you. Other than you. You're the only one who can fill it. But see, most of us have learned external, some sort of condition, some sort of success, achievement, love, right? I had it all. The toxic relationship, because I need you for me to feel enough. I thought I needed a man. All the grades, getting valedictorian, the straight A's. Like that was my enoughness. All the other accomplishments along the way, money, success, whatever it is, like it was always something external that I needed to fill my cup. And until I was able to really break down that wall and say, oh, that's my job. Oh, and learn how to do it. Because all the gurus love to talk about self-love, but how you do it, that's unique to you. It's super customized how you love yourself. But it's something we have to learn how to do. We're taught not to. And now we have to relearn how to do that. It's healing those inner worthiness wounds. And the symptoms of that show up as things like imposter syndrome. Yep. Drop that one in there. Imposter syndrome, that can be such a challenge. Yep. Sabrina. Yep. I cancel on myself all the time. Russ, how's it going? It's so good to see you, Russ. Be the real you. Wild and crazy fun is a good thing. Yes, it is. Right. That's why I'm like badass biker chick. Exactly. So now that we've talked about why this invisible ceiling's happening, let's talk about what to focus on to speed up the receiving of what you desire. Because, right, the way that you've got to do that is breaking down those internal walls and unleashing this full, all complete you, the full identity of who you are, learning to embrace and fall in love with the things you have been rejecting, and then also loving, embracing the things that you just already enjoy about yourself and allowing all of it to work together synergistically, simply, which as you do that, you end up doing less, not more, But the way that you speed up the receiving of what you desire is actually by slowing down. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard, right? Like, so slow down to speed up. You know, a lot of us heard that as kids. Like, all right, if you're trying to get something done, slow down to speed up. But it's so true. And the reason I say that is because everyone in my world, for the most part, you all are, you're high achievers, you're high performers, you've got ADD, ADHD, right? You're entrepreneurial personality type. You're visionaries. That means your brains just work faster. Your being works faster than most people. Now, there's a certain point at which when everything's aligned and integrated and whole, you can go really fucking fast, like really fast. I mean, a lot of you see me doing that. If you've been in my world for a little while and you're saying, wait, Stacey's like just blowing up, because I had to go through that period of slowing down. Now, all of me is whole, integrated, aligned, and now I get to go fast. And I'm surrounding myself with people who can keep up and actually challenge me to go faster in a really aligned way. But before you get to that place, you've got to learn to slow down. And what I mean in slowing down is stop filling the void. Some of you might have seen me kind of teasering up to this, right? I was like, hey, what do you do to fill the void? And with the void, it's filling the time that you're not doing something. If you're feeling a sense of emptiness or a void in your being, right? Sometimes it can seem like hunger. So we fill the void with food or with drink. We can fill the void with distraction because we're not okay with just being present with ourselves, sitting in this stillness with ourselves. So we just fill it up. We go fast. We move on to the next thing. Shiny object. Squirrel. What's next? Visionary, visionary, visionary. Next idea, next project. Might not even be done with the last one. Oh, focus on the kids. Oh, got to go over here. Go to this, go to that. Does that sound familiar? Lisa, seriously? Seriously. Yes, it is slowing down to speed up, right? And that truly is your fast track. It's about slowing down the mind to integrate it in with the body, being present with your body, aligning that with your soul. It's about slowing yourself down and being okay with sitting in the discomfort of being present with you, because that's all you're doing. You're sitting in that emotion, feeling the feelings you've been avoiding forever, and finally giving yourself the time and space to connect to the parts of you you just not wanted to. And that's the stuff that's on the other side of the wall, right? These are the ways in which you begin breaking down the walls quickly and shattering the invisible ceiling. Sometimes this is scheduling in that time of like, okay, I got 30 minutes. I have nothing, no distraction. I'm just going to sit in the discomfort and be with me. That might look like a struggling meditation. Could be fully present, whatever it is. But you're not numbing out. You're not avoiding. You're just present. What do you need to feel? What needs to come up? That is the fast track to closing the gap between who you are being, because most of you are already being who you desire to be, but it helps you close the gap between that and who you think and believe you are, because that's what falls short. That's what creates the invisible ceiling, not who you're being, but who you think and believe you're being. Because that's the enoughness. That's the ability to be open to receive or block what you desire. That's closing the gap. Sitting in the discomfort of feeling the void, not filling the void. And focusing on you and whatever's coming up and what you need to feel fulfilled, fun, and free. Scheduling in that time for fun, for play, for pleasure, being silly. Sometimes that's what that 30 minutes is. Like, all right, I'm going to sit with myself and you're going to realize, wow, I don't do anything fun anymore. If somebody asks you like, hey, When's the last time you had fun? What'd you do? When was your last full epic day off? Like straight day off, fully disconnected? When's the last time you were fully present, mind, body, spirit, and connected intimately with your partner? Yeah, Lisa. Yes, so true, right? Exactly. So that is that process of shattering that invisible ceiling. So once you begin that, it's how you're able to reach that terminal velocity of success, which I'm always like, okay, basically sabotage-proof. Like I said at the beginning, little teaser, sabotage-proof. Because there's a certain point, and when I kind of coined this phrase, this terminal velocity of success, it was realizing I'd hit a point in my momentum that I had built, that there was so much momentum going in towards my goals that success becomes truly inevitable. And a lot of people like to talk about success being inevitable, but what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, I still had something flare up. I had a trigger. I went into a sabotage cycle. Now, granted, I get to the place where, okay, go into a sabotage cycle. I've shortened sabotage cycles so much that I'm back on track very quickly. But this one, granted, it was taking a little longer. I think this was probably a couple of days or maybe a week or so, maybe a little longer. I don't remember. But I realized that I noticed, even though I was in the middle of my sabotage cycle, nothing was slowing down the momentum. The momentum was still happening. Like the momentum was so great, it was just carrying me regardless forward. It didn't matter that I was going through a sabotage cycle. So that your success is what becomes sabotage proof, because you're able to build that momentum and really speed things up. Again, because you took that time to slow down, you get everything aligned and integrated, and all of a sudden you are launching, you are speeding up so quickly, the momentum builds that it doesn't matter the little things that are happening along the way. Your success becomes so inevitable that it's sabotage proof, which is amazing. So it's important in this process to really identify your root issues and what's most important for you to address to do all of this quickly. Because again, I think there's this common story that out there permeating that, you've got to do the hard work, you've got to hustle, success, you've got to put in the time and the hours to earn it, which is all bullshit. All of it is. It's making sure you're doing the right things at the right time and actually getting to the root, right? Because that's my thing. I was like, I don't want fluff. I don't want to waste my time. I've already taken forever to get to where I was at, but it's why I was able to do so much in such a short period of time. Because remember, and some of you are new to my world, my rock bottom moment was only 6 years ago. People are like, wait, what? Yeah. Releasing the weight, building a successful, massively successful business, the book, the speaking opportunities, all the successes, like everything is so exponentially speeding up. And I didn't have, or in that early time, support like I provide to my clients. My clients are getting things in months that took me years to do because again, right? Like you hire the right support to help shorten the cycle of success, right? You work with someone who's doing what you're doing, who helps you get to the right stuff, and then boop, you launch. And then it's like massive stuff happens in a very short period of time. So it's so important that you're going about it the right way, where you're addressing the root to help you save time. Because if you're anything like me, you want your goals yesterday, right? There's no reason to wait. You don't have to. It doesn't have to take forever. But like I said, it's not that it's hard work to be successful, but the hard work, the inner work is your easy button. That's how you hit the fast track. So you got to be willing to go right to that root and go there quickly and not want the fluff, Just go right there. Like, all right, let's address this and just bam, launch. And then there's nothing in the way anymore. It's still a process. It's still a cycle. But That hard work, inner work, is the easy button to the rapid, effortless success. So just making sure that you're approaching it the right way, because that is why it's so much more than just mindset. Everybody likes to talk about mindset, but mindset's the result, not the root. So make sure you address the root. And that is, as my clients will tell you, why I'm so different in the work that I do. So, because I am approaching this, your success, your transformation, in a completely holistic way. You have someone helping you with emotions and mind. You have someone focusing on the body work, and then the spiritual wellness, the energetic piece as well. So it's mind, body, spirit, all at the same time, to break down those walls, completely shatter the invisible ceiling, and take off the mask that you wear with yourself to step into your full power, pleasure, purpose, and prosperity very quickly. And it's, as you get to the root, you get the rapid results, and it transforms everything. Not just business, it's also your visibility, confidence, leadership, marriages and relationships with your significant others, being a better parent, health and weight loss, and then just overall joy, peace, ease, and abundance in everything that you do. If that's what you want, and that's what you're ready for, send me that private message and we can chat and see if you're a good fit for one of my programs. And and potentially get an invitation to work with me, because I have a couple spots opening up very soon. Not yet, but very soon. So, there's a couple people on the waiting list, but, I always say, hey, you never know. Sometimes opportunities open. But, thank you. I love you, Jennifer. You're so sweet. Oh, you're gorgeous inside and out. Love you, sister. I love you. It's a mirror reflection. You are gorgeous inside and out too. I absolutely adore you. All right. So, thank you. You were so sweet. All the love. So, like I said, if everything that I was talking about hit you right in the mind, body, and soul, hit me up in the DMs and let's chat. But last but not least, we are on to our winner. Woo! We are on to our winner of the InFLOWential CEO Award. So the top two front runners in this entire competition have been Lisa Gill and Beth Sanchez. And like I said, they were going neck and neck through the entire voting process. Neck and neck, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as of yesterday, Lisa was in the lead. And today, Beth Sanchez is our winner. She came in right at like the 0 hour. There was another round of people who voted for her, and Beth Sanchez is officially our winner of the InFLOWential CEO Award. But of course, Lisa will still get an amazing gift as well for being a close first runner up, because both of them are absolutely amazing. Like I said, everybody who was nominated was absolutely, or is absolutely amazing, absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, she's incredible. Thank you so much, Sarah. Congratulations. Yay. Oh, Lisa, you're such a great sport, right? She's like, yay, Beth. Dinner, Lisa. Yay. Oh, I love you guys. All right. Everybody's so amazing. Thanks for hanging in today. I would love to hear what your biggest insight was, or takeaway from today's training. I went into some good, juicy stuff, some practical strategies, right? Like, I'm like, all right, here we go. Sit in the suck and stop avoiding the void, right? Like, I mean, it is legit an actual strategy that I use. And my clients use it. Like, guess what? We're just going to sit with our feelings right now, and it's okay. So there you go. We broke it down. Sabrina, awesome. Yes, congratulations, Julie. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you to everyone who voted. I know today's a little unusual, but again, if you enjoyed the content from today's training, of course, this is a referral-based community. Invite your friends if you are in my Influential CEO community here on Facebook. And if you are watching on YouTube and enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Well, thank you again. Oh, Stacy is amazing to break through your shit and thrive. Thank you, Lisa. You are such an amazing client. You have definitely gone exponentially skyrocketing through the process. It has been amazing to see you transform in such a short period of time. I mean, amazing, amazing things. All of you in such short periods of time. It's phenomenal. I'm always so excited. So excited. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me today. And as always, remember, you are enough, and I will see you very soon. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm so glad. It is the best community, isn't it? It's so awesome. All right. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next one.